So in this video, we're going to go to New York City and we're going to take a look at the one who's called the Little Flower. And that would be none other than the great Mayor LaGuardia. Let's join this documentary and then I'll show you something of great importance.
In the meantime, no mayor in the country saw more clearly the potential of the New Deal than Fiorello LaGuardia. Pioneering the use of the airplane in government, the indefatigable mayor, who liked to be addressed by his old Army Air Corps rank of major, was soon flying down to Washington early in the morning, returning to New York by late afternoon with the promise of new federal aid in hand. Thanks to his immense personal charm, his reputation for incorruptibility.
Now isn't that interesting? He just hops on a plane and flies down to Washington to meet with FDR. Great communication here. Let's go on.
And his close personal ties to Franklin Roosevelt.
Our mayor is the most appealing man I know. He comes to Washington and tells me a sad story. The tears run down my cheeks, and
the tears running down your cheeks right now? Oh, they will be. Just stay tuned here.
Tears run down his cheeks. And the first thing I know, he has wangled another $50 million out of me. Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
How about that? LaGuardia wrangled another $50 million out of FDR. Are you getting suspicious?
Fiorello LaGuardia is, like this with Franklin Roosevelt. That's the critical connection. And
he's like this. Hey, look what they're showing you. The Baal. The Baal. The Baal. The devil. Hey, they tell you things, but it passes over your head. He just told you something.
money, billions of dollars, flow into a vast series of public works programs that build things that are socially useful. They build highways, they build airports, they build hospitals, they build schools, they build colleges, they build, health centers, a vast panoply of expansion of things.
Before it was over, the unlikely alliance between the patrician president and...
Now that photograph is photoshopped with FDR smack in the center and LaGuardia right next to him. Hey, they have a pretty similar smile. And look, they're both got duping delight.
Diminutive populist mayor, whom one man called a lowercase Franklin Roosevelt.
What? What? What did one man call LaGuardia? A lowercase Franklin Roosevelt. Hey, there's your clue. I think you know where I'm headed.
Would turn New York into a showcase for the New Deal. In the darkest hours of the Depression, Fiorello LaGuardia would have the resources he would need to turn New York into what he called a gigantic laboratory of civic reconstruction. All he needed was someone who knew how to use them. And within days of his inauguration...
Okay, so let's proceed onwards here. Now just hang in there with me while I work in my primitive photo studio. My studio is very primitive, so you have to put up with my primitive ways. No, I'm not really technologically proficient like so many of you. So what's the deal? Well, on the left is none other than Mr. LaGuardia. How about that? And guess who's on the right? Oh, you guessed it. None other than FDR on the right. LaGuardia on the left. Wow. 69%. Well, guess what? We can actually do a little better than that. Yep, a little better. We can get 75% match. So what are you saying? Well, of course, what I'm saying is the one that you know as FDR also played LaGuardia. You know, the lowercase FDR. You heard it. And it's very interesting that in the so-called New Deal, the city of man was being built. New York City. So much of federal funds went into building New York City. Why? Because LaGuardia, Mayor LaGuardia, the big hero, was really FDR. And FDR played the part of LaGuardia. So that's how he hops on a plane in the morning and goes to Washington and meets with FDR. And FDR will come out to New York City to dedicate a bridge and so forth. Why? Because they are one in the same. FDR is Mayor LaGuardia. Mayor LaGuardia is FDR. Case settled. It is done. More hoax history presented to you on this channel. And you know what? The only reason that I can uncover things like this is because I have the Holy Spirit, who is the Spirit of truth. And once you get the Holy Spirit in your life, you can discern error from truth and truth from error. I've given you truth. You've been hoaxed on basically everything. I'd like to thank you for watching. This concludes the video.